The path ahead climbs to the heavens. Abby cranes her neck. Two giant suns cast a duel of light and shadow across the summit's swirling cloud.
So many trials, and yet, courage.
I am close, Amitai. The summit nears.
All around you is darkness. But still, what remains of your failing mind? Perhaps you.
Abby returns the comms unit to her satchel. Only a few paces lie between her and the cloudy summit. Abby's shallow breath quickens as she looks for a way to progress. Within her mind, the dark floods rise further still. Visions flicker in the darkness against the tide's steady swell. An incoming signal. The source is unfamiliar to Abby. Accepting it, she is startled by a strange voice.
I only wanted to keep you close. Forgive me.
Who?
No, it cannot be. Listen to my voice, Abby.
I can't recall anything.
Look in your pack. There is a kernel, a seed. I put it there for this moment.
The panic in the stranger's voice scares her. Confused, she searches her pack for that of which he speaks. Her hand fumbles upon the tree carving she found earlier. As she studies it, the shadows that had settled within her mind begin to lift. Images slowly return. She remembers a place that felt safe. A home.
It's working.
It worked for now, my child, but you cannot deny the gods their toll forever. You near a place from which you may not return. It is what I have always feared most.
I'll fight it a little longer.
Abby resumes her march. In her palm, she holds tightly the memento from her father. The trinket is now her only anchor to what is most precious inside. This monolith is different. No words adorn the solemn slab. And yet, like the others, the form is similarly incomplete. At its center is a circular hollow. Running her hand across the cold stone, Abby finally understands. This is the wound she must repair.
The toll has taken almost everything from me. All that remains is a plea, a gesture.
The slab before her is an altar, expectant of her offering. She joins together the shattered pieces of lists. Squinting into the blinding light of the cloudless summit, Abby places her offering upon the altar.
I am here to beg vengeful gods to restore this ravaged land back to life.
Suddenly, the core of the Oblian orb swirls. Word by word, a script emerges upon the monolith's surface, as if from within the rock itself. Abby trembles as she reads the emerging text.
The vengeful rage of the gods finally exhausts its purpose. Their condition is met. The humans acquiesce to the god law they had tried to evade. The Oblian, eternity, belongs not to them. The atonement is a promise not to run, but to face that which pushes at their backs. That precious epiphany, lost for so long, has been refound. The gods are satisfied. Those who master the lesson of loss can be trusted with that which is precious.
She pauses for a second, her feverish mind reeling from the monolith's words. With a deep breath, she continues.
But the gods do not restore the world which has been lost. They decide that now the humans shall make their own world. Only then would they understand its true value. The Guardians fall back, and the toll upon their humans' faculties is lifted. The ruin is theirs to make home again.
The script momentarily appears complete. Suddenly, a few final lines emerge.
The gods decide that she, who delivered the atonement, will live on as a reminder. What she is given when reunited with those left behind, she will know neither their faces nor their names. For the remainder of her days, she will clutch a small wooden object in her palm, knowing only that it had saved her once. It would not do so again.
Not all that passes leaves its secrets waiting to be discovered inside a black box. But if those who yielded these ruins had done so, what would we have found inside? Oblion, the last undiscovered element, was finally isolated in 2191. As had been predicted, it possessed unique properties. Not only could it arrest cell decay in most living organisms, raising the prospect of limitless lifespans, in some, it also enhanced the neural networks for empathetic interaction with other living creatures, giving basic telekinetic control over simple animals. Uriah Joyce, on its discovery, famously remarked, "Only Oblion separated mankind from the gods, until now." But the planet's reserve was finite. just enough to sow the seeds of ruin. The search for more turned to the heavens. The planet's shielding moon, List, contained further reserves. Competition turned to conflict. The extraction effort, known as the Lazarus Project, was a catastrophe. Blasting triggered a chain reaction, fissuring the moon into millions of fragments. List's shattered remains were pulled in by the human planet's gravity, causing an apocalyptic bombardment. List's position was the cosmic accident that offered the humans their chance of life. Without it, they were directly exposed to their galaxy's twin suns, Or and Ot, forces far beyond their control. Solar radiation ravaged their minds, taking all knowledge and memory from them. The Guardians, a fierce species existing on List for millennia, also lost their home. Revenge was their only solace. Only a few primitive human collectives endured, taking shelter in deep cave formations known as the Enclaves. In the end, no living thing breaks free from the silent black hole pull of death's nothingness. From a life's first second, its event horizon already lies behind it. The Oblivion was the universe's most dangerous gift, a force mirage of escape from the sorrows of loss. The epitaph of a civilization cannot easily be contained in a few short words. Shortly before his death, Uriah Joyce remarked, "Forgetting the pain of loss, we lost sight of what is most precious. Those who follow us will have to relearn the lesson."